Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are attempting to do a 24-hour reading challenge. I have been trying to do this and I always made it to like 12 hours and then I just kind of gave up because it was just so much going on. I just couldn't finish it. But I have a couple of days off and I'm trying to just get through my TBR. I have about 10 or 11 books behind on my reading goal. I've never been a double digits behind on my reading goal. So we're trying to attempt to do 5 to 6 books so we can get that down to about 5 to 6 books. I don't really have a TBR kind of set for this video. I'm kind of just mood reading a little bit, but there is one book that I have been like having on my mind for a long time that I really want to read, so we're probably gonna start with that one. This is the book I'm talking about, Illusion of Stars by Sarah Marie Page. This is an ARC actually, guy. It comes out July 16th. If you're watching this after July 16th, then it's already out. If not, then I don't have any spoilers, but I will be talking about this book a lot and all of the other books that I have. It usually takes me about 5 to 6 hours, maybe a little bit less, to read physical books, and then when I read my Kindle, it's about 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to be going between kind of both, and it'll probably help me read faster and get through more books. So that's what we're gonna plan to do. I actually have to clean a couple of things really quick and then we're gonna start this challenge. I'm all kind of set up. I have my water, I have my book and my Kindle, and I have a photo finish on here, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish it in this video. But cleaning took a lot longer than it was supposed to. It's 1:32 if you can see that. I have all my records right here. I think I'm going to probably listen to some stuff while I am reading, so. You know what's crazy? I read like 3 chapters. I read for like 20 minutes and then I got an email about a collab. It is probably 4 o'clock. I started reading at like 1:30, a little bit past 1:30, and I read for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I stopped reading around 2. And then I got a notification about an email, and I went on this like this TikTok University thing of how to respond to collabs, and I like looked at their website and all the stuff they had to offer, and I was like, okay, let me just see what this is. So then I did that. After that I was like, let me just read all my other emails. I had so many like ARC emails and like all that stuff, and I also found out that Caged by Luna Mason is like one of my favorite authors right now. I have read every single one of her books, and I didn't know it came out today. And I ended up downloading it to put on my Kindle. So we're gonna end up pausing on Illusion of Stars. We're going to read on my Kindle because I like that entire series. The first series I think was Chaos, and oh my gosh, it's like secret pregnancy and like it was mafia romance. And this one is like it's like single dad, enemies to lovers. Like I just need, and then her writing is just so good and I need to read it. So I'm waiting for it to download so I can read it, and then I'm gonna continue on my day. My lord, this dedication, it literally says, to all my dark romance girlies with a fire in their eyes and a rebellious soul who want to be beautifully broken by their man, not any man, their man. Remember, there's a difference between being a good girl and being his good girl. Mr. Nikolai Volkov is ready to teach you now. I'm so excited. He has a daughter, I love her. I don't know if you can see me really good, but I'm still far in the window, so it's probably supposed to be. But I am, how many percent is it? I'm on chapter 3. I'm 26 pages in already and loving it. Very graphic though, and very confusing. I know he had a wife. I'm trying to figure out if the FMC is his wife that got kidnapped but they thought was killed, or like it's just a whole other different person. I'm just genuinely confused about what's going on with this book, but it's good. Oh fuck! No! No! Oh fuck. Okay. I love a fuck it moment. Anytime I am into, like, if I'm reading a book and like the tension is going and they're just like fuck it, and then like probably like kisses her, like, you know, does something. I can't. I'm 2 hours into the book. I'm an hour and 40 minutes into the challenge. I'm about 35% into the book. I kept taking a break, so that's why it's taking me so long, but he just did the fuck it moment. Like, the tension, I'm kind of mad. Like, I want him to find out because she's lying to him, but like, come on. Slow burn is just that. Slow burn is that girl. I swear, slow burn is that girl. I'm literally about to cry. But he found out that she was lying, and like they're going over this, and they're speaking to each other in Russian. He didn't know she knew Russian. I barely knew she knew Russian. 50% through the book. 165, 49%. So 50% through the book. And oh my gosh. It's 8:45 right now. And I'm 2 hours and 18 minutes in. And I don't know how to feel. Like, this is just, it's so crazy. You lied, you betrayed me. I gave you my heart. You always had mine. Ugh. It says that I still have an hour and 59 minutes. So basically 2 hours left in the book. So let's see how we feel. There's absolutely too much like happening for me right now. We got introduced to another person that I'm like confused to who this person is. I'm on chapter 49, 71% through the book. I'm excited. I'm almost done. And it's, what time is it? Oh my gosh. It's 9:30, so hopefully we can finish this within the next 30 to 40 minutes. It says I still have an hour left to the book, but I read pretty fast on my Kindle, so hopefully we can get this done in a little bit shorter time. Sorry, it's a little noisy. My AC is on and it's really loud, but I forgot I had a interview of sorts tomorrow for a career that I've been trying to get into for years, and hopefully that all goes well. But I'm about 90% into the book and it's good. I'm so excited. I'm kind of scared though. I'm kind of scared because I feel like the person, Tatiana, as she's in the book, but I feel like the person that they think Tatiana is not Tatiana, and it's very confusing, but it's very intriguing, very cute. Oh, just love it. It's 11:18, and I'm about to go to sleep because I have to be up at 6 a.m. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. So I'm back home. It's 1 o'clock. I left the house at 7 a.m. and it's 1 o'clock. Like, what am I doing? But I've been recommended for the program, so hopefully the program goes through and I can start as soon as possible. You guys won't know what it is until I actually get into the program. As of right now, fingers crossed. I was done with the book. I am 290 pages in, 10 to 15% until the finish the book. So I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing all day and just read my book because that's what I want. I'm currently listening to Snow Angel by Miss Renee Rapp. I love her. And yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. So see you when I finish the book. Alright, so it is currently 2:22 Angel Novers. Love it. I am about 4 hours and 14 minutes in, and it took me like 4 or 5 hours. It took me like 3.5 because I read 30 minutes Illusion of Stars, and then I started reading this because I forgot it came that day out. But it took me about 3.5 hours, which I'm very surprised with. But I gave it like a 3.7, 4 stars. Honestly, I feel like the book was like 10 chapters too long because the entire ending, I feel like I didn't need it. I really didn't need the last like 10 chapters of it. It also ended up on a cliffhanger that will set us up for the next book, so that also works out pretty good. But I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I think I want to read Illusion of Stars, but I have been on an Ali Hazelwood like journey, and I just read The Love Hypothesis. Loved her writing was so good. I got a couple of books by her. I have these 2 books by her, Love Theoretically and Bride. I could not find, for the life of me, Love on the Brain, so I could read that, and I think I'm gonna read that on my Kindle, and then I'm gonna read Love Theoretically because it says on here that this book has a cameo from the first couple and the first book. So I'm like, do I want to, I don't know if they're all interconnected, I really don't know, but I'm just getting into this. But this is a supernatural book, and do I want to read about werewolves right now? I didn't want to pick up a physical book yesterday, but today I want to pick up a physical book. So we're gonna see if I choose any of these or another one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna read Done and Dusted, honestly, because I've been trying to, like, I would start it, I think I started on my Kindle, and then I ended up just like kind of giving up on it and not reading it. And honestly, when I give up on a book, it usually turns out to be a really good book. So I don't know, because I did the same thing with Credence, and I know it's an unpopular opinion, but Credence is my girl. Like, it's very, very cringy, but it was just something about it that I just honestly loved, and I would probably reread it again. It took me like 3 or 4 times to actually start the book, because I would do like a couple pages. I'm like, ugh, this is so boring, and then I do it again, and then ugh, so boring. And I think I got about 40 pages in, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna read this. And then I ended up bringing on my Kindle in like 4 or 5 hours, and I was like, yep, this is a good book. It was really fun. So I think I might just read Done and Dusted. I really had to step it up because I got into a comfy outfit, which is a very oversized shirt and some shorts. I got my sweater, I got my water, you guys, so let's do this. Did just take a snack break, but I'm about to get into it. They're like, I don't know, I'm on chapter 7. I'm 67 pages in, and I don't know how I feel yet. I'm gonna read to page 100, and then I'll come back and kind of go a little bit more in depth about what I'm feeling, and kind of a little synopsis of what I've already read. So one second. There honestly has to be something going on between Gus and Teddy. Like, you cannot tell me that Gus and Teddy are not going to be together. Like, I don't know if they have another book. I try not to look up like the other books before I read the first one, but I think Gus and Teddy are going to have their own book, and I feel like something just happened between them that made them like hate each other, you know? And their banter just, ugh, love it. I don't want any more almost kisses. Just kiss her. Like, I'm chapter 10. Just kiss her. They've almost kissed 2 or 3 times. Just do it. Just get it over with. I need you to do it because you're making me mad. Do it.
A few minutes later.
I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna kiss. Look at this. Halfway through the book. Halfway. And they're just now. That's the weirdest sound I've ever made. It's so weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Bro. Whoa. Whoa. That's a huge jump. It's Teddy's birthday. We're in the bar. He made them apologize to her. He's making this weird dude apologize because he fucked up. He was doing a little too much. And they're supposed to be like secretly. It's supposed to be a secret, but after this, yeah, it's no secret. We have finished her. She was so good. So good. 5 stars. I'm gonna update my readers right now and put 5 stars. The tension was literally the reason I kept reading the book. I just wanted to know what happened next. The ending was really good, really like sweet. Didn't move too fast, but didn't go too slow, if you know what, like, I don't know. First 5-star video. Hopefully I have more, but she's going back on the shelf. I'm glad I did read this. I tried to read this in like April, and I got 20 pages, maybe 30 pages into the entire book, and now I finished it and it's so good. So we're gonna figure out what I'm gonna read next, which I'm gonna look through my shelves of everything that I have and see what I want to read, because I kind of want to read Ellie Hazelwood. So we might read Ali Hazelwood. We are 7 hours and 50 minutes in though. So I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I kind of want to read an Ali Hazelwood book, and maybe like, I don't know if you can see those, but Bride and Love Theoretically right here. It's only 7 o'clock. Oh nope, it's 10 o'clock. Wow, why did I think it was 7 o'clock? It's 10:45. So I'm thinking I'm gonna stay up to about 1 to 2-ish. I think I might read a novella just so that I don't get into reading something, because I feel like novellas, quick and easy books that just kind of take my mind off of a full novel, and that's what keeps me from reading some. Pro tip, I don't know who told me this, but someone said if you read novellas between books, then you kind of help not slip into reading slumps. Hey guys, next morning. It's currently 10:30, and how far are we into this? Almost 8 hours into this. Period. 8 hours, 2 books. Almost 8 hours in 2 books. I was gonna read a novella last night, fell asleep, didn't even do it. So I'm gonna just read a full book, because now that I've had a time where my brain is just like, you know, shut off for a little bit, I'm going to just read a full book right now, because I couldn't find a novella anyway, so I just gave up doing it anyway. We're gonna be reading Bride because I want to read Ali Hazelwood. Like, I'm in an Ali Hazelwood mood, so I'm gonna read Bride, and then I'm gonna try to find somewhere I can get Love on the Brain. Probably like Libby or something. Yeah, so I'm gonna read Bride right now. I've been trying not to be in my bed, but I'm gonna be reading in my bed. Sorry, my dog is being so annoying right now, and if you hear him, just ignore him. But yeah, so I'm gonna read this right now. Everything, my water, my book, my phone for the timer. I also have my MacBook just in case I want to like have like a TV show. I've been trying to get into The Bear. I've watched episode 1 and 2, but I don't know how I'm like liking it so far. And then my Kindle in case I need to like switch over at any time. I don't know how to feel right now. I'm 218 pages in, chapter 17, more than halfway through the book. I love them. I'm telling you, Ali Hazelwood's writing is just something that I can always get behind because it's so good. And I was like, oh my god, like when are they gonna do anything? But then he had to rub his scent on her, and I was like, oh my god, like ah. I have like 13 hours left. I'm gonna finish it tonight. I'm gonna do an kind of sort of an all-nighter. Last time I stayed up reading, I think the latest I stayed up was till like 4 or 5. Then I went to sleep at like 6, and then I woke up again at like 10 and kept reading. So that's probably what's gonna happen tomorrow. But if you read it, you know, but if you haven't, go buy it right now, because girl, oh my god. Chapter, what's that? What chapter am I on? I'm trying to find it. Chapter 17. My lord, I was not prepared. Chapter 16 and 17, I was not prepared at all. Like, at all. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm already in my chair. It is currently 11:30. Worst thing possible happened to me last night, and I still stayed up to like 2, maybe 3 a.m. reading a little bit. I'm basically like 75% through the book, and I'm just gonna finish reading it today, and then just finish reading another book today. I still have like 12 and a half hours left, so I think I can get down 2 more books, hopefully. we're getting Lowe's Paw. I'm so excited. I really wanted Lowe's Paw because I honestly didn't know like what to think. Like I loved his like little experts and stuff, but I want to see what was going on in his mind at any time. 5 stars. That's all I have to say. 5 stars. The ending, amazing. The entire book, the angst, the slow burn, the like, this is probably gonna be one of my favorite books. Allie Hazelwood. Seen like a couple of videos of people saying like, oh, like you should really read it, it's gonna be really good, you know, and then some people were saying like, oh, they don't know if they like it, it's just a little different from what they're usually reading, but oh my gosh, this book is amazing. It's basically 2 o'clock and I am 13 hours in, babes. 13 hours. Oh, and I don't know what to read next. Like, I don't know what's kind of like on my mind right now. I went to Target yesterday and they're having like a buy 2 get 1 for all of their Target Circle members, and I got these books. It's the If We Were series, or If We series, or If series by Anna Huang, and I was so excited. This is book 3, but they're sprayed edges. Like, look how cute they are. They're sprayed edges. I don't have any sprayed edges books, but I'm really happy about having some. To update my Anna Huang shelf, because I honestly have like no space for it at all. Like, no space. Like, this is a shelf. I have no space up here. I'm thinking, since these are a little bit of shorter books, that I can like knock it down like a peg or 2 just to get them down. But at the same time, oh my god, there's a plane going past. At the same time, I need to get Hopeless for this collection, and then I need to get all of the other books for the Off to, or the Gold Rush Ranch, I think, series. And then I need to get another Love on the Brain for this. I'm gonna order on Amazon. So I'm like, I might have to move them down, but I also might have to like stack them up to like fit everything that's here. I don't know yet, but I think I'm gonna just move this down so that I can fit the other 3 books on here. It's about to be 2 o'clock and I am trying to just finish. About 11 hours left and I'm planning to just finish it today. I ended up picking Brutal Prince because I went through, if you can see right here, my little TBR jar, just picked a book and popped out Brutal Prince. It has like pictures and everything in it, so hopefully that like helps me visualize. I also got like some book mail today and I'm sure you guys really quick. It's Compass Points by Gillian Witt, and this is a cozy fantasy romance that's inspired by US national parks, and it came with the cutest, like, I think I've told people before, but I love character art, and it came with so many different pieces of like character art, and I'm just like in love with it. The last time I talked to you guys is me like trying to figure out where to put the books, but this is how she came out. I don't like this. I think I'm gonna move this around or move something around, and I was like, originally I'm gonna knock them down a peg or 2, but I didn't do that, and then I just ended up putting them right here and then just moving all of this because this used to be right there and all that. Yeah, but I don't know if I like that yet. I'll start reading Brutal Prince and hopefully finish 2 books today, and we'll see how we're feeling. So book number 4, it's a plane going by, ignore it, but book number 4 I think is finished. It is currently 8:03 and we are at 17 hours, if you can see that. 17 hours. So I have about 7 hours left of the challenge. I think I'm gonna finish it today. Not today, but like tonight / tomorrow morning, you know. Back to this. Brutal Prince, not a 5-star. 4.25. It's very fast paced, which I think is why I feel like some stuff was missing. I might change it because I feel like I wasn't comprehending enough, but I think it was a really good book. The story was there, the smut was there. I love that they have the pictures and stuff in it because like I can visualize the scene and then it helps me visualize the rest of the book, which was really fun. Brutal Prince back on the shelf. Next book. Now that I've showered and I've eaten dinner, I'm going to read Wrote Me In by Kayla Gross or Gross. Every time I say it, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I just am kind of in the mood for a cowboy romance. So I think that's gonna read until I finished. 30 minutes before I started actually filming, I read this like 28 to 35 pages of like novella. Basically the book was about this girl who's not that close with her mother, and her mother relies on men for everything, so she was trying not to be like that. It was good, but it was very confusing. I think I gave it like a 3 or 4 star. Like it wasn't, it's 30 pages, like not much I can say about that. You'll have about 6 hours left, so hopefully this is gonna be the last book, and then if I update you guys tonight, if I update you guys tomorrow morning, just to hopefully be done. Next morning, 4 hours left on the clock, and the book says I have about 2 hours and 30 minutes to go, so I'll probably be starting another book and finishing it off camera. But so far I really like it. The only thing that makes me mad is that it's not boy and girl miscommunication, it's family miscommunication. Found out that like the ranch that they're on, their dad left them broke after he died, and they're trying to figure out all that stuff. And then this is the brother, and he's basically saying like, you guys are not listening to me, after he got in an accident at the end of the other book. Like, he's 22, I think. 22, yeah, I think he's 22, and they're like, you're not listening to me, you're not taking me seriously, like I'm trying to tell you my ideas and all that stuff. And the brother's not really caring because he's kind of in love with his girlfriend trying to help save the ranch, and it was a lot going on. And instead of the family talking, they're avoiding each other, which makes me mad because then it blows back on him, which will probably blow back on the relationship with girl, which her name is Presley in this book. With Presley, which is, she has her own thing going on and he has his own thing on, but they're like, you know, getting closer and closer, which makes me upset. Like, just talk to your family, dude. Talk to your family. Like, yeah, it might be hard, but get them to listen to you instead of every time they don't listen to you, you kind of just storm off. Like, we have finished. We have 2 hours left on the clock. I have finished Wrote Me In, and I give it like a 4.5, basically a 5 star. I'm gonna just say a 5 star. If I change it, then I change it, but right now it's a 5 star for me. I like it a lot more than the first book. It was really good. The beginning was very slow, but I promise you guys it's worth reading the rest of it. But the beginning of it was really slow, and it had a lot of miscommunication between the families and not between the FMC and the MMC. But honestly really enjoyed it, the relationship, and then they didn't really do anything. This is a slow burn. They kind of had feelings for each other, but they never really acted on it till like more than like halfway through the book. Then we actually got something, but the actual like banter and the tension between them was really good. It's what really kept me reading after like the first few chapters were really boring for me. I highly recommend you guys reading it. She also has a book called Silver Fox that came out I think last month or the month before, and I'm gonna read that because it's a novella, and hopefully within those 2 hours then I can be done, and then we'll be good because I'm trying to finish this today. The 24 hours is complete. I'm so excited. I was so done. I put on a onesie because it got really cold and I just needed warmth right now. 6 books later, we're gonna quickly just go through all the books and the ratings and kind of just a little thing I remembered about them. Just finish off the video. First book I think I read was Done and Dusted. This was a 5 star for me. I love a good cowboy romance. It was very interesting, very sweet, very easy to read, and I got through with it really quickly. Next we read was Cage. I gave it a 4-star. Honestly, the last like 10-ish chapters, like the last, I want to say 20% of the book, I honestly didn't need. Kind of threw me off a little bit, and it ended with a cliffhanger, which I get, but I think we could have gotten to the point a little sooner with it. Next we have Bride. I don't know why I was like so scared of reading this. It was so good. This was a 5-star for me. And Ali Hazelwood is honestly, I don't read a lot of her books, and I just barely read maybe a month ago The Love Hypothesis. This book was honestly worth it. I cannot wait to read the rest of that, the STEM Girl series, and any more books that she has coming out. And I know she has another one that's like Swimmers, I think. Is that her? Bride was really good. Very fun, very easy to read, very capturing the entire time I read it. Next we have A Brutal Prince. This was honestly, I feel like a 4-star. I think it was very fast paced, and with it being fast paced, it made me feel like I was kind of rushing through it and forgetting or like not remembering enough of like the relationship. The tension was there, the story was there. I love like all the pictures that are in the book, because every time like a scene would happen, I would see a picture, I was like, oh, okay, now I visualize it, and that was fun. Next we have a novella that was literally like 30 pages called Everything My Mother Taught Me, and it's just about, it was okay. It kind of felt like old-timey, which it's not something I usually read. A 3-star. It was very informational and I really liked it, but it's just not something I'm used to reading, which I feel like I should be more like reading more about like real life stuff instead of like fiction. But I literally read books to escape from the real world, which. And then lastly we have Rope Me In, which 5 stars. I was like debating of going 4 stars, but I think it was a 5-star book. It was really good. I had a fun time reading it. Liked it way better than the first book. Miscommunication between families, I don't like that, because honestly, just talk. Like, instead of avoiding each other and not facing your fears, just talk. Like, they're your family, they're gonna love you either way. Like, they were fighting for honestly no reason. But if you read the first book, then honestly it kind of makes a little more sense, but you don't need to read the first book to read the second book. Like, you can read them separately, but I highly recommend reading the first one because you get a little bit more background into why Cade, which is the MMC of this book, is the way that he is because of his family. So yeah, I had a good time. I got 6 books out of it. I'm no longer in double digits on my Goodreads, so that's all that matters to me. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.